Lights on. Music. Thank you all for coming to our show. Lit started with an idea to bring together our passion for martial arts, cosplay, gaming, and theatrics. Our main inspiration comes from learning Kali or our knees. This name means more or less the same depending on where you're from, which is the Filipino martial art that uses blades and sticks as well as empty hands to fight for self-defense. This was used by Lapu-Lapu in Cebu to fend off the Spaniards when they first tried to take over the Philippines in the 16th century. Lapu-Lapu and his group of natives successfully defended their land and killed Magellan and his army using their bows and spears against rifles. Nowadays, Filipino martial arts is practiced in many countries around the world and used in Hollywood movies like the Bourne Identity movie series, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Quantum of Solace, James Bond, Game of Death, The Book of Eli, Taken, Raya and the Last Dragon, and many more. When we first...
So basically, when everybody saw Star Wars, as kids, even as kids, we wanted to fight. We just wanted to fight. And what did our parents do? Of course, prohibited us from fighting and took away all our weapons. So what happened? We bought lightsabers. We fought with lightsabers. Unsafely, without armor, nothing. And that's how we figured out, as adults, we have to do to make it safe for everybody else so we can play too. Right? We can't just be playing by ourselves. So there we are. Here we are. Lit. We found a way to make mixed martial arts, especially Kali, become more accessible to everybody. And this is why we illuminate our weapons. We make it fun. Aren't you drawn to the light? That's the question. Aren't you drawn to the light?
Like a monster.
Like a moth to a flame. Maybe cliche, but no.
Alright.
You know?
So,
I went off script, that's fine.
yeah, it's okay. So, compare that with this, I actually wrote it down. When we first, this is right after, in many other movies, when we first saw Star Wars as little kids, like so many others in that generation, we were crazy about having lightsaber duels. Then, as an adult, we finally got our own lightsabers. It's like, ooh, we were so excited and felt like little kids again. Especially because we already knew how to use it because we started learning martial arts when we were teenagers. Then we realized, why stop at lightsabers when we could use other weapons? Due to my brother's affinity for nunchucks and my affinity for the bow staff, reference for Ninja Turtles, we started making our own weapons and illuminated them to make them cooler. We realized that a lot of people also share this love for fantasy, role-playing, theatrics, and the pure joy of playing.
Not just that, DIY. We found out that these people also, like us, like to make their own stuff. Make their own weapons, make their own armor. Great. It's fantastic, you could say. That's the thing. That's why we created Lit, so that it's regulated, so it's organized. All these dueling all over the place, you see them all over Virginia, you may not know them, but you can find them on YouTube. They're dueling all over the place. You know what? They don't have any place to go. Those nunchuck artists, those hammer people, those axe people, that they want to use their axe for battle, they don't have any place to go. So here we are.
Lit is not just another martial art or sport or fighting. It's a fusion of all these to create an art form that exceeds the sum of its parts. It's a fun workout where you can also learn self-defense, culture, arts, and transform into someone else. Like that hero or villain you've always wanted to play when you were a kid. It's a dream that can now be a reality. And, and now we will begin our training session.
So that said, when we do our training, we have to emphasize again, even though we say that this is for casual play, and you can use martial arts for playing, these are still weapons. These are the techniques that you're going to be using are still able to hurt somebody. So just be careful. And that's the reason why we emphasize safety first here in our tournament, this arena. Safety first. None of these are toys.
We will guide you through these movements for safety. Once you've learned the basics, we will let you use the illuminated weapons, which again are not toys and could hurt someone. And this is why we wear armor. So please treat them as such, and let's begin. Everybody,
Anybody participating? Please,
if you could please line up, and we will give you your training weapons. This is called a static stretching. You notice we're not moving. Static stretching is good for the beginning, and then later we will do ballistic stretching, which requires more movement. Again, right side, we're going to count to 10 in your head. 1, 2, 3. And to the left again. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. And downwards. Try to touch your toes if you can. If you can't, just reach for your knees. But make sure your legs are both straight. Try your best. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lean to your right again. This time, toes going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So if you're on your right side, Alex, put your knees over here.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, stop. Y'all warmed up yet?
Oh, yeah.
Any more? Each toe is facing forward. So we'll do again, forward, back, forward, back. Now, right, 1, then left, 2. Right again, 1, and 2. 1, and 2. Okay, now why is this important? I'll demonstrate. When we're fighting, if he lunges forward, I'll step back. This keeps our distance. It will give me time to prepare for my next move. Now, if he attacks, again, I can step to the side. This gives me an advantage because he's open here. Or do like a thrust. If I step to the side, I'm right here. I'm outside the line. So everybody face forward again. The first strike is shoulder. Second strike is shoulder again. Number 2. Let's step forward with strike. Back. Yes.
And here's why you fight.
Alright, now we're going to combine 1 and 2. 1. This is called chamber. Like we put it on the other side, and back. And then back to the other side.
Okay, on the other side, so.
Okay.
On the number one. You're
1.
1.
The other side. 2.
Back and to the back.
1, 2, 1. This time we're doing a triangle. It's called a triangle forward, where I step into the attack. So it's a lot stronger if you use your entire body to do it. Also with the block, the same body. So again, 3, step, he steps, and back. So this is a good block, but I also want to get out of the way. I do a side step. So just in case the block is not strong enough where I slip, I'm still out of the way. You can step in, or you can do a step to the left or to the right. Okay, so let's try. That's block. Here, going to block, same way. And then 6. This is the block. It's just like number 2, but a little bit lower to cover your midsection. So it's a 5. Give your partner a little bit of time to respond to that. This is, if it does really fast, it's
I have
hard
to.
to
So,
right? But yeah, it's also step to the side.
I have to move, I have to.
Yeah. Notice it's forward, step to the side. Okay. Any questions? That's the question. Yeah. Yes. I did not fail to emphasize that, but I always had it. I didn't want to overload it with information, like a lot of stuff to remember, but it is essential because just in case something comes at you, just like boxing, the same. Yeah. There's so much you can do. Doing this art, you become ambidextrous. This might be grabbing and hitting at the same time, pushing, punching, and it's and you can switch.
See, look at this well. That comes later, more advanced. But you're supposed to be able to do something completely different here, cooking, and then that's right. We learned Aikido for a long time. I combined some elements of Aikido with this. This is more, I guess, an offense art than a defensive art. Aikido is more defense. So Aikido, you usually step aside and let them through. This is more like, don't go in, be more aggressive.